Its system. Scooters and bikes, they are parked like that. There is no proper parking system. How to deal with a speed breaker? See, this is a speed breaker and you do this. I still scraped it. Damn it. So I've finally installed the bar end mirrors actually. And these are not the original one. These are the cheaper version. And I asked the shopkeeper and he said no one actually puts the original one because it's so damn pricey. It's like 7,000 rupees Indian currency, and it's the same thing actually. I mean, if you notice, I mean, through naked eye you won't be able to see anything. You won't be able to make any difference actually. So there was no point putting the 7K one. Instead I choose the 1.5K one. I mean, don't go calling me cheap on this. I mean, this is something we Indians are famous for. We always choose the cheaper, better version ones. So the fit and finish on the premium one, the costlier one, is like it's pretty good. It's pretty nice. I mean, you'll be able to tell when you see it closely, you'll be able to make out the difference. But these ones, the fit and finish is not that great, but well, they do the purpose. They look almost the same, and yeah, that's it. I mean, I don't have any problem with the 1.5K one. Let's run it for a few miles. Let's see how it performs, and if it doesn't perform according to my standards, then we'll change it. No issue. So we've been getting a bit of downpour for the last 3-4 days now, and there was a flood-like situation in our city, and you can see the condition of the road. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Most of the Indian cities, they are not planned as such. Like there is no proper drainage system. Oh my god. Almost fell. There's no proper drainage system. There's no proper planning, and it's a plain area, so when the water actually gets clogged here, and it's just not the water actually, it's also the slush that comes with the water. So we've been fighting this flood water for a good portion of the week now, and it's getting better now. I mean, today is a better day actually. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope we don't get to see another flood-like situation. We had a very bad kind of a flood. The 2022 flood was very bad. We stayed at our homes for like 11 days.
Good job.
So the planning is never proper actually. Like whenever these cities were forming, people just, they built houses and things, and they never really cared about drainage. They built smaller ones, like the small drain systems and everything. See, I'll show you. I'll give you an example. So this is the kind of drainage system we have, and you can notice the drains are clogged. That's because like people usually throw the garbage and everything through open areas, through open areas of these drains, and that's the reason it gets clogged. And when there is a downpour, when there's a heavy downpour, the drainage systems, they don't do much actually because they're already clogged. So the new GT650 looks good. I never liked that bike, but still it looks kind of cool. I don't know, I don't understand the hate against Suzuki, except Hayabusa. Hayabusa gets so much love. The 1000cc GT650, I don't know why it gets so much hate. So there is drainage system. It's just not proper, and the scene is everywhere. I mean, it's not just about my city. It's everywhere. The scene is the same, People throw garbage onto the drain, and that's how things get clogged, and when it pours there's a flood-like situation. There's an artificial flood-like situation every time. We Indians have a habit of blaming. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna give you a few pointers. Few governments before this one and this one also, they have tried, you know, they tried to correct the situation, but the thing is that it's gonna take a lot of, it's gonna take a big effort to bring a change, you know. It's just not the government, it's actually also the people, you know. You'll have to change the habit of people. See, there's one more problem in my city. There's this parking problem. You see all these bikes parked here. The reason being, there's no proper parking here. The roads are narrow, like way too narrow, and we've been asking for a flyover, but I don't think flyover is gonna solve much of the problem. The roads are still gonna get, dude, please. This kind of a scene is 80% of India is like that. I mean, there is a bit of change, but it's taking time. It's gonna take a hell lot of more time, you know. It's gonna see some proper actual change. See all these scooters and bikes that are parked like that. There is no proper parking system. Dude, let me pass, let me through.
We don't do that here.
You know, Indian people, they have a habit of littering, you know. And I'm not a saint, I do the same, you know. At times I do the same. I eat something, I just leave the wrapper around. You know, there is like it's in India, it's like built in, you know. Something you grow up with. You have seen your dad's doing it, you have seen your mom doing it, and you just pick it up from there, you know. It's gonna take a hell lot of a change to like change this kind of habit. You know, it all comes down to the basic, you know. You see this drain, this this drain is, it's very narrow, you know. These drains are not enough to solve the problem actually, but whatever works. I mean, if it's working, don't fix it, right? That's the kind of thing we go with. Look, I'm not bashing anyone, okay? Everyone's trying, I know. Just all I'm trying to say is like, don't complain. Like, you just can't solve it in a day or in a night. It's gonna take a huge effort. It's gonna take a lot of time. That's all I'm trying to say. So the thing is, the gist of it is that we're gonna face these kind of problems. We're gonna face there will be monsoon, there will be downpours, and we're gonna face flood-like situation every time. You have to change the mentality of the people. How to deal with a speed breaker? See, this is a speed breaker, and you do this. I still scraped it. Damn it. It's gonna take a lot of time. That's all I'm trying to say. So in the meantime, my son is gonna face this problem. I don't think his sons are gonna face this problem. Maybe, who knows. You know, I was a student. I used to read Chandigarh is a plant city, and I haven't visited Chandigarh, and if you guys have, and Bangalore is a plant city, I think. So if you guys have, so what happens with a plant city now? When you plan it and you make it that way, you keep everything proper, right? You have a proper diagram of the city. You tell the architect to build it like this, and there are certain regulations. You need to build this, you need to build that, things like that. So you can't, like, I don't know, you just can't like wake up one day and ask people to like relocate. And why? Because we'll be doing some drainage stuff, and we'll be putting in some drains, and we'll be putting in some pipes, and you guys just relocate. You just can't wake up one day and say that. You'll have to give people some time. And even if you do that, you're not changing people's mentality. You know, change has to come from inside. Wow. You know, change has to come from inside. Okay, how do you do that? How do you just like come in, don't see what's like, oh my god, I don't know how this guy survives. How do these people survive in the wild, man? Anyways, so yeah, changing people's mentality, it's gonna take a lot of effort. Well, these areas are at least clean. And I told you now, I mean, I'm preaching right now, and I do all the same. I do all this kind of stuff. I shouldn't be preaching, right? But at least I'll have to point out what things that are wrong, and at least I know my mistakes, and I'll try to be better, you know. That's all I can say. See this heap of waste material? That's because we don't have a dumping ground either, and there are people who live here. See, I think we're like immune to such things, you know. Just imagine a Westerner coming here and saying all this, and it'll be like, oh my god, how can you ask me to stay here? And there are people who have been living here for generations, you know, with this scrap and everything, this dirt. They're like immune to all this. Our genetics are strong. But this is not done. I mean, I can laugh about it, I can smile about it, but this is not good. This is not justified, you know. This is 2024, and the living conditions should be better. And it's just not the government, it's also the people. Let me tell you that for a fact. Anyways, the conditions, the rain has stopped since yesterday, and we are feeling, the town is feeling a bit better now. The town is healing. Look, I live in a kind of a posh area of the town, and we don't get to see much of flood or anything, you know. Things are much better on my end, but just think about the poor people. Look at the roads. Look at the road. Damn, dude, how do you do this? Do that, do. Kindness. So the thing is that I live in a kind of posh area of the town, and I don't get to see much of like flood water or anything. I don't get to feel all the problem that people face actually. So, but it kind of breaks my heart, you know, seeing people who live in a lower ground. They, you know, poor people, they suffer a lot, and it's so disheartening, man. They're already poor, they're already living with, oh man, I'll show you the condition of the road. Look at the size of that thing. It's like a pool party, you know. You can do a pool party here. Just imagine when there was flood water here, and and the road was covered with water. You would not have been able to see the pothole, you know. I'm kind of used to it. It's not like we grew up here. We know things are, and most of the Indians, you know, they don't care much about this kind of a thing, you know. It's like it's a passing thing for them. They've seen this growing up. They know what it's like, and what's the worst that can happen? You'll fall. It's okay. But see, that's where the problem lies, you know. I'm a kind of a guy who's gonna let this slide, okay? But people who are in dire need of like medical attention and everything, and people who are like poor, and people who are like who are doing daily wage job and everything, for them this is like bone breaker, man. Just imagine you have to take your sick mother or father or your wife to the doctor, and this is the only road through, and there's a huge traffic jam just because of the water. Let's not get gloomy. Life finds a way, man. Life always finds a way. But still, I mean, if it's fixable, fix it. Whoever's in charge of it, you're watching this, please fix this, dude. Like, for me, I'm okay with all this. It's a bit of potholes here and there, I understand. Big vehicles flying and everything, it breaks, I understand. But you just can't. You built a road, you have to maintain it also, dude. Hope better sense prevail, man, and hope they fix it soon.